Isn't it awful?
You can spread out now and like.
Miserable. I
It's
came
that
home from
highway
work
guy
today,
shows
I
up.
was
He takes
No,
up
he's
a lot
not.
of room.
He's not coming either. He's got
Takes
a,
up a lot of room
he's
down
got a
there.
wake. He's not coming.
Oh, okay.
Hey, George. Oh, okay. Didn't hear you. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. I want to welcome everyone to the September 18th Town of Monroe Board meeting. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Republic. Hey, good evening, everyone. Okay, a couple of announcements. Councilman Scancarello could not be here this evening, as our highway superintendent couldn't be here as well. So I will be reading the announcements. You get to hear more of me. That's not good. All right. So the Cheese Festival has been rescheduled for September 24th, this Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we're hoping everybody could get down there and enjoy that day. Oh, wait. I'm going to make a motion to open the meeting. Thank you, girls. I'll make a motion to open up this evening's meeting.
Bingham to second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cool, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
Thank you. Okay. So I had mentioned the Cheese Festival being this Sunday from 10 to 6. It's rescheduled from the rainout a week ago. The community trunk or treat is going to be on Saturday, October 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. at O&R Park, located at 61 Orange and Rockland Road. It's being sponsored by Harriman Army Navy, and that's always a great night. We've done it 2 years in a row, and it's been very successful. Once again, the Town of Monroe Food Truck Festival returns on October 28th. I have to make a motion on that this evening. So I'll make a motion that the Town Board of Town of Monroe approve the use of O&R Park for the Town of Monroe Food Truck Festival on Saturday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I'll second that motion.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cool, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Okay, then we got tomorrow, Tuesday, September 19th, from 10 a.m. to 3:30, the Orange County mobile DMV will be right out here in the parking lot. So if you have registration transactions, all licensing transactions, including enhanced, and enforcement transactions, come on down. Last time we had 60 people go through the mobile DMV, which is the third highest they have had. So we've been putting it out there again. They'll be back at the end of October again, but this is great. They're open from 10 to 12. They go to lunch from 12 to 1, then they're open from 1 to 3:30. So take advantage of it. It's a great service that the county offers. All right. Item 4.1. It's a motion.
Supervisor,
What's that?
Harriman Family Fun Day?
Excuse me?
Harriman Family Fun Day?
Oh, right. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me of that. So Harriman Family Fun Day will be this Saturday, September 23rd, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's at Mary Harriman Park, located off of River Road. And that's a great day for everyone that lives in Harriman. If you get a moment, you can always stop down, say hi to everyone there, say hi to Mayor Medina and their trustees. But it's always a good time. I've been down to the last two, and it's a great day for all those who live in Harriman. Okay, I'm clear? Everything good now?
All good.
Okay, thank you. All right. Item 4.1 under public hearings. I will make a motion to open the continuation of the public hearing regarding local law H-V1 of 2022 to amend Chapter 57 zoning concerning the regulations governing tree preservation.
Bull will second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Bull, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Madam Clerk, anyone sign up?
Dennis Fordham.
Come on up, Dennis.
Just a reminder for public hearings, you'll have 5 minutes to speak.
Hello, can you hear me? Good.
Yes.
Good evening. Dennis Fordham, Conservation Commission. I submitted my last comments on September the 1st. Still awaiting a response from Max. However, I spoke to Dory earlier. We have a Zoom meeting scheduled this Friday at 10 a.m. with Max to go over my comments and indeed any other comments that have been submitted or that any other board members have. That's it. Let's hope we make some progress on Friday.
Glad to hear.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, one update. We did get 2 applications,
Okay.
so we'll be interviewing those candidates for the Conservation Commission.
Can I see those letters?
No, you're not allowed. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Here's what I will do, Dennis. I will email them to you.
yeah. I'd appreciate
yeah.
being able to comment on them, if nothing
Yeah,
else. Yeah.
I think, I just want to double check with council, but I think one of them would be disqualified because of age. They're below 18, but what an awesome resume this young man has. We got to check on that. I don't believe you're allowed to appoint someone to any of the
18?
boards if they're not 18 years of age.
An official position, board title, they have to be 18. For an employment position, they could have working papers and potentially.
But maybe you could be,
Don't try changing the rules now.
yeah.
I'm not getting in trouble here.
A junior member or?
I don't know, an apprentice or something.
An apprentice, I like it.
Yeah, oh, okay. So,
We'll review that and
yeah.
figure out
okay, thank you.
what the deal is.
Thank you, Dennis.
The legalities.
That's all for public comment.
Anyone else have anything to say? Okay. So I will, what do you think? You want to hold this off until the second meeting in October, which is the 16th?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to keep open the continuation of the public hearing regarding local law H-V1 of 2022 to amend Chapter 57 concerning the regulations governing tree preservation to October 16th at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter.
Bull will second.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Bull, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. All right. Item 4.3, I'll make a motion to open up the continuation of the public hearing in relation to the increase and improvement of facilities of Water District Number 14.
Bingham will second.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Bull, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Madam Clerk,
No public comment?
no public comment. Councilwoman Bingham?
Still waiting for Millennium, really need those grants. So I suggest we keep the hearing open until October again, maybe even possibly November, because I don't think we'll hear anything from Millennium before.
Well? November.
About November.
Okay.
It's kind of busy with budget time.
Okay, so I'll make a hold on a second, dear. I'll make a motion to keep the public hearing, continue the public hearing in relation to the increase and improvement of facilities at Water District Number 14 for November 20th, 2023 at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter.
Bingham will second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Bull, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Yeah. Can I call you back? I'm in the middle of a meeting. All right. All right. Ask Council. Yes, yes. Listen, it was my wife, and I will never, I will never cease to say that to my wife.
Listen,
All right, item 4.5. I will make a motion to open the continuation of the public hearing in relation to the increase and improvement of facilities of Water District Number 8.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
So moved.
No public comment?
Okay? Councilman Bingham, we're still waiting for grants.
Right, so I would suggest again that I'll make a motion that we keep the public hearing open until November 20th, November 20th at 7 PM or as soon thereafter as practical.
Second that motion.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Okay. Item 4.7, we need to set the public hearing for the 2024 Town Budget Benefit Assessment Rolls. So I'll make a motion to set that hearing for October 16th. That? What did you say on your cards?
October 2nd.
Okay, so we're going to change it to October 2nd. Okay, so we'll set that meeting to October 2nd at 7 PM or immediately thereafter.
I'll second that.
Call the question.
Aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. Need to set the public hearing date authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established by General Municipal Law 3-C. We'll set that for October 2nd as well, at 7 PM or immediately thereafter.
Second that.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
So moved. And finally, we need to set a public hearing for the proposed Chapter 41 sewer system revisions. I'll defer to Councilwoman Bingham on this one.
Right, that has to do with private sewage systems. Our code hasn't been updated since August 6th of 1973, so it's time for an upgrade on that. And we need to set a public hearing date. I think October 2nd is usually, we try to get that rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for October 2nd at 7 PM or as soon thereafter as practical.
Poole will second.
Okay. Madam Clerk, did you have any comment on that? I know we talked about it earlier today.
I spoke with Mary earlier
Okay.
on that. Yeah.
All right, good. All right. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. All right, item 5.1, acceptance of the September 5th, 2023 minutes.
Second for discussion.
Yeah, I made the motion, but you second?
Val made some minute corrections, so I just wanted everybody to be aware that an email was sent out this afternoon noting those.
Okay.
Catch it, Mary.
Your house?
No, I said wait to catch the,
I think it said.
Warehouse.
All right. All right.
certainly don't want the other houses here in
Yeah.
town, that's for
That's
sure.
all right, that's what I'm making sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Poole abstain.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. Okay, so before we go to the abstracts that we have from the floor, it's abstract 2023-06. It's essentially to move the New York class investment funds to cover future expenditures for 2023. So the transfer is $1,040,000 out of all those accounts listed on the abstract. So I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good Aye.
Okay, so moved. All right, then we have general fund abstract, 23-14 for $415,000, $415,511.17. And that is for checks, check numbers 30638 through 30681, totaling that amount of $415,511.17. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Hold, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Deacon, aye.
Okay, so moved. Next up, item 6.2 is the escrow fund abstract. I'll make a motion that the town board of the town of Monroe approve the abstract 23-05 escrow fund containing checks 2095-2108 totaling $54,912.08.
I'll make that motion.
Call the question. I'll second it. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Hold, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Deacon, aye.
Okay, so moved. Then we have item 7.1 is an abstract of budget transfers. So abstract 23-17 is, hold on. I got it, but it happens when we do back, front and back pages.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you got the information before it. No, I
You
got
got
it, yeah. Okay, so, Town of Monroe Town Board approves budget transfer abstract 23-17 regarding the use of Water District Number 12 fund balance to pay down negative balance in Wellfield and Water Main Capital Project totaling $56,891.99.
Second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Hold, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Deacon, aye.
Okay, so moved. And the final transfer of the evening is, it's a cash transfer to investment funds abstract. The town board of the town of Monroe requests approval of abstract 2023-05, cash transfer to relocate cash funds to eliminate negative balances in capital accounts totaling $276,393.77. I'll make that motion.
Bingham will second.
Okay, just a little discussion on it. So, I guess the accounting practices in the state have changed, and they don't want any negative balances going forward for auditing purposes. So that's the reason for us doing that. Okay, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Hold, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Deacon, aye.
All right, so moved. Item 9, new business, 9.1, as a part-time court attendant, and it's Rafael Cordero, and the motion will be to hire Rafael Cordero for the position of part-time court attendant. Anticipated starting date is October 1, 2023, at a rate of $25 per hour. He's been pre-approved by employment by the Orange County Department of Human Resources.
Second for discussion.
Sure.
What's the max number of hours he's going to be allowed to work?
1,040 hours a year. Not making that. Question, you trying to,
Well, usually we
me
do it
up?
per week, so.
Yeah, most of the court officers don't even come close to that.
yeah,
that
they're like in the
number,
$400 or $500
Yeah.
hour range, yeah.
Yeah, but even with the 2 court nights, because there's.
Okay, call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Hold, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Deacon, aye.
So moved. Item 9.2 is Jennifer Toth, the clerk for the assessor's office. We have a resolution approving Jennifer Toth for the full-time clerk position, assessor's office, at an annual salary of $42,500 and a start date of October 2nd, 2023. Jennifer qualified for this position through the competitive exam for this title and pursuant to to the provisions of civil service law and the rules for administration of civil service law in Orange County. I did have the pleasure of being in the interview process with Rip and our Jennifer Schnars, and Jennifer was fit the job to a T, and Rip was really the one that made the decision on it, and I was happy to back him on it. So I'll make that motion.
Who will second?
Okay. Question?
Bingham, aye.
Full aye.
Cardone, aye.
Aye.
Okay, so moved. All right. So we need a resolution, which I will make, which approves the flu immunization clinic at the Monroe Senior Center on October 5th, 2023, between the hours of 10:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. Flu shots are available by appointment only and will be administered on-site by the Stop and Shop store pharmacist. All immunizations are offered at no charge and will be processed through the seniors' insurance coverage. Proof of ID is required, and I'm sorry, I can't make this motion because I have to be authorized to sign
I'll
it.
make the motion.
Councilwoman Houle, make the motion.
Bingham will second.
Bingham will second. Any discussion? This has been run for a number of years, and it's always been pretty successful. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Full aye.
Cardone, aye.
Aye.
So moved.
Do we need to make a motion to authorize you to sign, or
That's what that
Oh,
was.
that was.
that was it? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Item 9.4 is set the public hearing for the tax exemption for volunteers in the fire department. Basically, this is regarding a tax exemption for volunteer firemen and volunteer ambulance workers. On December 9th, 2022, Governor Hochul signed legislation that creates an opt-in for all local governments to provide 10% property tax exemption to volunteer firefighters and volunteer ambulance workers, and that's in the Real Property Law, Section 466-A. The law took effect immediately and can be implemented as of that date. I think it will automatically be implemented in 2025, Council?
I believe that's correct. So for this motion, it is to amend the town code. It's
Okay.
a local law to amend the town code, Chapter 180, because you do have a provision already for the exemptions, but that's what's been modified by the legislation.
Okay.
So the motion will be set a public hearing to adopt a local law to amend Chapter 180.
Okay. So, the Monroe Joint Fire Commission did submit a letter. Well, I'm sorry. So that law took effect immediately and can be implemented as of that date, which was December 9th, 2022. I'll make that motion.
Who will second?
Okay, just so everyone knows, the Monroe Fire Commission has submitted a letter to the town regarding the tax exemptions for volunteers. As the implementation of this exemption for volunteers is not automatic, on behalf of the members of the Monroe Joint Fire District, the commission is requesting the town adopt a local law or resolution to provide this exemption to district volunteers. It's essentially a 10% reduction on their assessment. There are other requirements where you have to live in the locale, you have to be a member of the fire district for a certain amount of years, and you essentially have to own your home. So
We just need a date.
What's that?
We just
Date.
need a date.
Yeah, October 2nd, 2023, at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter.
Bingham will second.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Full aye.
Cardone, aye.
Aye.
So moved. Okay. We need to discuss the petition submitted by the Village of Monroe Mayor and Board of Trustees on behalf of the property owners of the Village of Monroe, requesting the Town Board of the Town of Monroe exempt all properties in the Village of Monroe from levy and collection of taxes for items 3 and 4 of the town highway budget.
Who will second?
Well, no, we're just, I didn't make a motion.
Oh, it's just a discussion
It's just a
for them.
discussion. So, Council, I just want you to clarify for everybody, 3 and 4, which is town, and 1 is in the town village account.
It's basically a request to exempt the village from payment to the town. Historically, we get this request every year, to the town.
Normally approve exempting them from 4, I believe it is? No?
Yeah, you've not made a motion in the past for either one.
Okay, anybody have any thoughts?
I know that we've had this discussion before, and we've disagreed in the past, and I'll continue to support the village's request in this. I know the village residents have to drive on town roads in order to leave the village of Monroe and go anywhere else, but the same can be argued for town residents, especially the town hall is located within the confines of the village of Monroe. So anyone doing business with the town, they have to come into the village. And town residents don't pay toward the village's highway.
And I'll say that town road, namely Larkin, was recently paid by our highway department. It's a town road, and I know village residents go there back and forth all the time.
Yep.
So, yeah, we can see both sides of the story, but,
And
yeah.
I think what will end up happening is we'll just agree to disagree. But supporting the village.
Our highway department.
So, what,
Duly noted for both of you.
yeah,
Call to a vote.
so do you want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we decline the request by the village to exempt village residents from items 3 and 4 of the town highway budget.
Bingham will second.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Full nay.
Cardone, aye.
And I,
Okay, so moved. Parking restrictions on town property. So, I think I'd like to do, table this next meeting. For the discussion. Motion to table.
second.
Question.
Bingham, aye.
Full aye.
Cardone, aye.
And I,
Uh,
Okay.
Sorry, who seconded that? Mike, thank you.
Okay, the other old business is 10.1, the highway garage survey proposal. So I would table that as well because Pat's not here and he's the one that has all the ins and outs of it.
Supervisor, I think there was only one bid.
Yeah. I know it was solicited by 3 firms, but I don't want to do anything without his approval, and we didn't, I know the boundary survey was 6,800 and the topographic survey was 5,700, but I'd rather wait till October 2nd.
I'll make a motion, we table this until October 2nd.
Okay,
Second.
question?
Okay, aye.
Full aye.
Cardone, aye.
And I,
What was the issue?
I think since there was only one bid, I think, to move this along, because I know highway needs a new space, new bays,
they need to get going.
They need to get going, yeah.
I think it's better off if Pat, I hear what you're saying.
Well, that's
It's
what
only one bid,
That's
so.
why I'm saying it was a hard vote for me, and I think waiting another 2 weeks, I can live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 2 weeks.
It's been falling down for 20 years. We'll be okay with.
Another 14 days isn't going to cause any harm.
Okay, item 10.2, it's just an update on the Lake Sapphire Drainage District. Our clerk filed the district with the county, so essentially it's in play. It is a formalized district. I have been in touch with Sean Arnott. He's going to create a plan of attack for the dam. I did say to Sean, our goal is to have that water back up and running by the spring if possible, because they were without a lake this year. I know Councilwoman Hool went over there Friday, the night we had the bad storm, And then Highway Superintendent Patterson and myself were over there the next morning, and I was shocked that we had 6 inches in less than 2 hours.
I was,
And it didn't go up a lot.
I was very surprised.
So-
And then I went and I drove along where those culverts would be. And, I mean, there was definitely water coming out of a lot of different pipes, but there wasn't as much flooding as I expected to see.
And no beavers.
No beavers. I didn't see any beavers.
Weavers up there. Okay. So last item, which is coming from the floor, I know you wanted to bring this up, Councilman McGinn?
Yeah, so at the last meeting, regarding the request for CCR zoning from the Body Village, public hearing, kept it days, received additional, what's that? It's lightened up, it's red. We closed it, and we closed the public hearing, left it open for public comment for 10 days, and received some public comment on it. And so based on that, I think we are ready to land the zoning. And basically, just to kind of recap it, this project was before the planning board for 6 months. We had 5 public hearings, I believe 5 public hearings, or maybe even 6 on the town board, and regarding it. And so with that being said, Counselor, what's the procedure for doing this?
So the board has before it a resolution to adopt a local law following the public hearing. The public hearing was initially to amend the town zoning map to land the CCR zone on the Pilati properties. So you have before you the local law with conditions, approval with conditions, and a resolution to adopt that local law. So at this point, somebody would, if you want to consider it, move to consider the resolution to adopt the annexed local law.
Okay, do I need to read the
You can,
entirety of it, or?
you can do
Sections?
the resolution itself.
You want to make a motion first?
Well, I think that is a motion right here. These, you can just do these.
Okay.
Be it resolved, the
So
local.
it's not two separate?
No, it's one resolution to adopt the attached
Gotcha.
local
Just
law.
All right, I just want to make
So
sure.
just the be it resolved section.
Okay, so now therefore be it resolved that section 1, the above whereas, let me just go back to this real quick so we know what the resolution is. So resolution
9, local law number 9 of 2023.
Resolution adopting local law to amend the town zoning map to authorize the application of the CCR zone. Okay, whereas on or about January 24th, 2021, a petition and application for a conservation cluster residential floating zone was submitted by Parish Property Management LLC, the applicant, which application was amended on or about January 24th, 2023. So the whereases are incorporated, and I will read the now therefores. Section 1, the above whereas clauses are incorporated herein if set forth in full. Section 2, the town board hereby adopts the local law entitled A Local Law to Amend the Town Zoning Map pursuant of Chapter 57 to apply the Conservation Cluster Residential Floating Zone to certain parcels in the town. Section 3, final application of the CCR to the subject project parcels is approved subject to the compliance with the conditions set forth in such local law. Section 4, the town supervisor and any officer or employee as directed by the town supervisor is hereby authorized to take any and all necessary actions to carry out the provisions of this resolution. Section 5, the clerk is hereby authorized and directed to file this local law with the New York State Secretary of State. And Section 6, this resolution shall be effective immediately. And this question is adopted of the foregoing resolution, was duly put to a roll call vote. Mr. Supervisor, can you do so?
You want me to make that motion?
I've made the motion.
So then I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay. Any other discussion?
So this is just to officially land that CCR zone with
Yes.
Swati Villages.
That's correct.
Okay, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Good night.
I know, sister, you were sweating out there for a second.
Remember that.
Okay, so, the
Congratulations.
zone is landed, congratulations. Thank you for your patience, hard work, and diligence in making sure that everything that the board and the planning board has requested was completed. So now it's off back to the planning board, where you'll get slapped around a little, I'm sure, but
Not the sisters.
no, no, not the sisters. I'm talking about Mike Morganti.
Mr. Morganti, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that comes with the territory, I'm sure, as he's aware, but, so
Yeah.
congratulations again. We really look forward to this project. We know it's going to be a great thing for our seniors, a great thing for the sisters in the order, and we're happy that it's finally gotten to this point, and look forward to it. It's a project we've had in the town. First time we've landed controversy. This is a great, great piece of legislation. The water helps the seniors to stay here. Myself maybe being one day. So,
One day?
well, it could be now. I mean, really, seriously, age-wise, but
And I have to tell you, I will tell you that in the last 2 weeks, I have never been inundated with questions concerning why isn't there enough housing in Monroe for people that want to rent and want to come here and
Yep.
rent. It just,
Supervisor, just for the record, I want to state there was one written comment received since the close of the public hearing, which was just a general comment on September 14th, opposed to the CCR application in the zoning law in general, not the specific project, which was considered by the town board before the adoption.
okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for sitting through the meeting. Anything else anyone needs to discuss?
Antoinette Karens, did you want to speak or no? No? Okay. No public comment.
No public comment? Everything's good? Okay. Any other questions, concerns, ideas? No? Wow, 7:35. Okay.
I should sit up here.
Good.
I will make a motion to adjourn this evening's meeting.
Who will
second that
second?
motion.
Who'll beat you?
I'll take it.
Finally.
Finally. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Poole, aye.
Cardone, aye.
All right.
McGinn, aye?
McKinn, aye. Sorry.
Okay.
If he wants to
All
stay.
right. Thank you, George. Have a good evening.
All right. Nugent, aye.
Nugent, aye.